What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we got news for you today. We got Citrine's Last Wish, the newest update, coming out tomorrow. So, like, less than 24 hours when this video's going up. You've also got Citrine's abilities. I honestly thought we'd be getting, like, a dev post on these abilities before it came out, but yeah. Citrine's Last Wish coming out tomorrow. We're gonna go over what's going on in that update and have some, information on the new Mirror Defense mission as well. So if you enjoy these types of videos, we will have a patch notes video tomorrow going over the patch notes for the actual update. So keep an eye out on this YouTube channel. Also check out the live stream channel. We'll be live tonight. And we'll also be live tomorrow with Citrine's Last Wish, getting a build on Citrine, seeing how she feels, trying out the new weapons, new mission, all that kind of stuff. Look at the new arcanes too. So hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. Alright, let's get the patch notes, or not the patch notes, the hype site on the screen about Citrine's Last Wish. I will link this in the description if you want to check this out. So here's Citrine. Just looks like a mag skin, honestly. Don't forget the Rhino Deathwatch skin's coming out this update too, which people were thinking was a bug frame, but it's not actually a bug frame. So if we look at the background, it's like some kind of like dimensional tear thing. I'm guessing like there's two missions connected together. I read a little bit ahead here. So Citrine's Last Wish coming tomorrow to all platforms. A new Warframe arrives in the Origin system. As beautiful and deadly as the fractal gems that she wields in combat. Experience a brand new mission type that has you defending objectives connected by the Void on both Mars and Venus. And add Citrine as well as her signature new weapons to your arsenal in Citrine's Last Wish. Coming tomorrow. Alright, new Warframe Citrine. So this is the new frame that's... A lot of people just call her like female Atlas kind of. But she seems very different than that. Than Atlas. Gaze upon the Crystal Bastion. Citrine's crystalline might supports allies on the battlefield and combat only enhances her fractal beauty. Pick up the new Crystal Bastion collection on launch day in the market or earn Citrine blueprints in a new Mirror Defense mission. So you can buy her in the bundle, or probably just individually even, or you can get her parts from the new Mirror Defense mode we're going to be talking about, which is apparently connected between two different planets in the Void, in like the mission or whatever. So the Bastion collection includes Citrine Warframe, Citrine Alt Helmet, the Selfo Shotgun, the Korufel, which is the big scythe that has like a gunblade mode, a Sugatra, a Sigil, and the ship decoration, Belric and Rania reunited ship decoration. Instead of a Laverian, you can reveal Citrine's origins by visiting Otak in the Necrolisk on Deimos and by playing the new Tiana Pass mission on Mars. Citrine's Prex cards can also be obtained from Otak. So no Laverian. I really don't like Laverians, so that's not a big deal to me. I'd rather talk to Otak, honestly. Okay, and here's the abilities. Okay, so let's go over these. Let's read this slowly so we can absorb what we're looking at here. Keeping in mind, she will be out tomorrow anyway, so don't worry too much about it. Alright, her passive is called Geoluminescence. So her passive is when Citrine picks up a health orb, an aura surrounds her that steadily provides additional health over time. Health over time sounds like healing, but it also kind of sounds like maximum health over time. So I'm guessing whenever she picks up a health orb, she provides a healing aura around her. So health orbs are, pretty constantly dropping, so she's going to have health regen, basically. I mean, you technically, just not even reading the rest of her abilities yet, just going off her passive, you could use something like Lycath's Hunt, the helmet from Varuna, which just came out like a couple months ago, and that's to make it where every melee kill has a 50% chance to drop a health orb. So just already thinking about that. There's also Dispensary from Protea, giving you guaranteed health orbs every few seconds, so interesting there. Her first actual ability is called Fractured Blast, and keep in mind, this is going to be her Helminth ability at 50% strength. So Fractured Blast, her Helminth and first ability, slash and stagger enemies with a crystal blast that inflicts bleed. Enemies afflicted with this status effect have an increased chance of dropping health orbs. Oh, health and energy orbs. Okay, so basically it sounds like some kind of like conal or like spherical explosion attack. And enemies that are affected by the slash procs of this ability have increased chance of dropping health and energy orbs. Now, see, they say 50% strength on the Helminth version, but they don't actually tell us what the strength is of the normal version. And it says a chance at dropping health orbs, not guaranteed, unlike Varuna. So Not sure what the chance will be. It causes slash procs, though, and those are always good. So she'll likely be modded for some amount of strength, seeing that she has a damage ability. And then since you can drop more energy orbs, maybe even jam a bunch of strength on her, like Blind Rage and stuff like that. So we'll see. Preserving Shell. Citrine guards herself. This is her second ability. Citrine guards herself and nearby allies with a crystalline shell that gradually decays. Kills and assists increase the defensive power of the shell. So it sounds like everyone gets like Iron Skin, kind of, or something like Warding Halo. We'll have to know the exact mechanics of how this this actual increased defense works. But the way I'm reading it right here, a crystalline shell that gradually decays, it sounds like everyone gets Iron Skin, and it will decay even if there's nothing shooting at it. So just like AoE Iron Skin for your whole team, slowly wears away, and of course, assists and kills increase the defensive power of the shell. So we'll have to see exactly how that works. But it sounds like AoE Iron Skin. Prismatic Gem, her third ability. Deploys a gem that shoots prismatic beams. The gem targets enemies that are taking weapon damage from Citrine and her allies. Its beams inflict heat, cold, toxin, and electric status effect. Status chance and status duration increase for nearby allies. And that's her Railjack skill you can use in the tactical menu. Okay, let me reread that, because that sounds like it could be... This is what people thought was going to be like the Wisp motes, basically. So it sounds like she's not going to have Wisp motes. Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams. Okay, so you're going to place a gem on the ground, and the gem's going to target enemies that are taking weapon damage from Citrine and her allies. And the beams will inflict heat, cold status, heat, cold, toxin, and electric status effect. And also increase status chance and status duration for nearby allies. Okay, so you're basically going to place down a little crystal, it sounds like, and the crystal is going to be like a turret, sort of. Enemies you're shooting at are going to be attacked by the crystal. So, just reading this, it sounds like she's going to be wanting like every stat, basically. You're going to want duration to make sure the crystal is on the ground for longer. You're going to want range and strength, so the crystal is going to shoot enemies further away. And you're also going to want strength, so the crystal does good damage. That's what I'm kind of reading right here, is like you're going to want all the stats. Besides maybe efficiency, because she can drop energy orbs, so she might be a Nourish frame, honestly, so just find something to helmet off here. Probably Preserving Shell, honestly. And her final ability is going to be Crystallize. Citrine summons Crystal Fractals. The Fractals rush forward seeking enemies. Enemies touched by Fractals are paralyzed by crystalline growths. Hit the growths to deal increased damage. Okay, that doesn't really make much sense, but it sounds strong. You summon crystal fractals that rush forward, seeking enemies. Enemies touched by the fractals are paralyzed with crystalline growths and have increased damage. You shoot the growths. Okay, so sounds like it freezes and debuffs enemies. And if you shoot the weak points on them that are like crystallized, it does a ton of damage. That's what it sounds like. So the gameplay of Citrine from reading this is she is kind of like, she's a support frame just by being there. Kind of like Wisp, but not like as good as Wisp, it sounds like. Because her main support things are going to be giving teammates health and energy orbs, giving them like mini Iron Skin, and giving them increased status chance and status duration, while also providing CO procs with electric, cold, heat, and whatever the other one is, toxin. Then her last one's going to be like CC, I guess, with some debuffs. So she will be providing healing to your team, and status duration, and like Iron Skin. That's what you're going to get out of Citrine. She's going to be like a debuffer kind of frame, it sounds like. So interesting, at least. Hopefully she'll be pretty tanky. I'll probably put an Umber form on her. Even I put an Umber form on Mag like 2 days ago, but whatever. She looks just like Mag. New mission mode. So here's Mirror Defense here. Tiana Pass. Defend lovers encased in crystal on both Mars and Venus in one mission. In response to the connection between Belric and Rania, the Void has bored a hole in space to connect their preserved bodies for eternity. However, the Grineer and the Corpus won't sit by idly. They are already descending upon the tunnels and crystals to try and harness their power for themselves. It's up to the Tenno to use the mysterious Void Tunnel between worlds to defend Rania's crystal on Mars and Belric's crystal on Venus. So it sounds like you're defending two things at a time, and you're jumping through a portal between the two defense points. That sounds extremely annoying. Yo, dog, we heard you like defense. How about defending two things at the same time? That sounds extremely annoying. So, doing that solo sounds like a pain in the butt. But we'll see. You know, full team shouldn't be as bad. Collect Citrine's remnants found throughout the area to further crystallize the two lovers, restoring their health and awakening the defensive prismatic ward. I guess like that means you can like awaken turrets or something to help you out. And As your reward, you'll receive new resources, the Belric and Rani fragments, as well as blueprints for Citrine, new weapon blueprints for the Stealthflos, Corelios, and more. Reminder, there's probably going to be like some arcanes too, just like Lua's Prey, so expect some stinky arcanes. New customization, Drifter Visage Ink. Face tats for the Drifter, basically. The Rhino Bug Skin, become the Harbinger of Death, and stretch your wings, the Rhino Deathwatch skin. Okay, that's looks like it's pretty much it. So that's not all the stuff that's happening in the update. This is just the hype side, I guess. But big thing, if you guys are waiting for the Archon pity system, that is not being added tomorrow. That's being added next Monday. So you can do your Archon hunt no problem, okay? So yeah, the Archon pity system is being added next Monday. I know it's the day after the Archon reset and all that stuff, but yeah, that's how they're doing it. So I will link this down below if you guys want to check it out. Citrine, she's looking okay. We'll see how strong her actual numbers are. Her crystal gem thing is not exactly what I was expecting, so it's going to be kind of like Varuna's 2. How Varuna's 2 applies a bunch of different status procs. It sounds like everything around you is getting status procs constantly, as long as you're shooting at them. So like 1 bullet of damage, and then the crystal will target that enemy and do 4 different procs on them, which could be very good for weapons that use the condition overload type mods, like Galvanized Shot. Every type of status effect on the enemy gives you increased damage. So with Citrine, 4 extra procs, lots of damage. Should work on Demolish, should work on Thrax and all that. So interesting at least. I'll be playing her tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out that live stream channel. And yeah, have fun with the new update. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.